Don't stop thinking about archery, that's fine, but don't go back to that archery club, I swear. How much harder it is at many times at distance goes without saying. Gah! The heat in my body quickly escapes. The burning pillar in my backbone disappears, and the lungs stretched to the limit demand air. I arc my back to hold off the daze almost making me pass out. Sorry, guys. I failed again. There's no change in the metal pipe. It seems that the magical energy I poured into it has evaporated into the air. It's hard to improve something that's already has form. The thing I'm attempting is like adding something to an already complete work of art. Adding to a complete object risks making it less perfect. Adding unnecessary things will actually decrease the value. That is why the magic of strengthening is simple yet difficult, and only a few magi use it willingly. It's not like I use it willingly either, but it can't be helped as this is the only thing I'm good at. Time Alter might be off the table, but if he keeps training this and he masters it, he could unlock something new. It would be much easier if I could just form something out of clay and use it instead, but a substitute in appearance doesn't have the internal structure to match. The junk around here is a good example. When I fail with strengthening magic, I make some substitute objects of practicing to calm down, but they all end up with nothing inside. I can visualize something structure easily, so I can make the outside look like the original, but it's empty inside, and of course it doesn't do anything. I wipe the sweat off my brow. Now that I think about it, I realize my whole body is sweating like I've been drenched with a bucket of water. But I'm lucky it just ended like this. That was really bad. If I'd taken a second longer to recover myself, I would probably have destroyed most of my body. If I improved every time I came closer to death, there might be some hope. Okay, this guy's crazy. It's not even that easy. But it is true that you won't improve your magic if you're scared of death. As long as you study magic, death is always right beside you. Even a simple magic repeated every day can go off with a simple mistake, taking the caster's life. The first step of a magus is to accept death. Kiritsugu said so sadly. Maybe he meant that he didn't want me to take such a step. Correct. Saving someone means not saving someone else. A superhero is really selfish, huh? Kiritsugu said that to me when I told him I wanted to be just like him. I still don't know what he meant. It means your problem you have right now with wanting to help everyone. You can't. But Shiro Emiya has to become a superhero who goes around saving people, just like Kiritsugu Emiya. But I still can't even do basic things like this. Why do I get distracted by needless things at the most important times? I'm so stupid. It's not enough to understand the structure of an object with mere vision. A skilled magus only detects what's important and channels magical energy without waste. My dream is to become a superhero. I remember what Fujine said during dinner. I don't think it's embarrassing nor impossible. It's already determined. Shiro Emiya will succeed Kiritsugu Emiya. That's why even though I'm inexperienced, I've done everything I can. I don't know what kind of a person a superhero should be, so I can only approach it by helping others within the limits of my abilities. I have aimed straight for that goal for the past 5 years, but when things just go wrong like this, I do have doubts. I don't get it, Father. How can I become a superhero? I look up at the sky through the window. It's not like I can just randomly do good deeds. I think being a superhero is different from just helping others. I know that, but the question is, how can I become one? The difference between the two is the thing I failed to understand for the past 5 years. Close, not quite. Christ is the perfect hero, and it's about selflessness and giving his life, but people still need to actually choose good. Shiro can't just help everyone. 1st of February. My awakening is dark. Perhaps I just don't dream much, but unless something really special happens, I always seem to have the same dream. What I imagine are swords. I don't know why it is, but this is the only thing that comes into my mind. There's no meaning or reason to it. It may just be one of the aspects making up Shiro Emiya. There are no dreams to dream. That's why you were dreaming 5 seconds ago, right? The only things I recall from sleep are things I was taught a long time ago. For example, about magi. Even if I'm an amateur, if I'm a magus, it's only natural for me to understand the kind of world I live in. Frankly speaking, a magus is an exception who deviates from modern society. But even exceptions must band together to survive. Father told me that the group of magi is called the Magic Association. He also said that I shouldn't associate with them. Don't associate with the association! The Magic Association hides magic and organizes magi. They basically keep watch to see that magi do not affect society with magic, but the strange part is that they do not prohibit misuse of magic. That makes no sense. According to Kiritsugu, the Magic Association is only interested in the concealment of magic, and the hoarding of it. Even if a magus carries out his research at the expense of the lives of many ordinary people, the Magic Association will not punish him. Their priority is that magic should not become public, so they do not ban magic. So, there are crazy people who think you could do anything as long as you don't get caught. I hate that mentality, so thank you for pointing it out, Shiro. Anyway, the surveillance of the Magic Association is thorough. Most magical research would cost the lives of ordinary people, and as a result, the existence of magic would become public. So, the association does not allow research that would harm society. So magi stay at home and research quietly, while the normal world carries on unmolested. Hence, magi only try to hide themselves to escape the association. So perhaps, I just don't know it and a magus lives in this town. I hear Fuyuki City is a spiritually excellent area. What an ambiguous statement. Such an area always has a distinguished magus with a history. I don't think that's good. They are called the second owner, an elite, and the association entrusts the area to them. Magi who would live in the area must visit them and obtain their permission to construct a workshop. We're not doing that. No. Looking at it like that, we're thieves living here without the permission of the landlord. Father was an outlaw who cut his ties with the association and moved here without the consent of the administrator of Fuyuki. Who is that? I have never heard of this. And I am not paying the magic tax, buddy. The owner doesn't know that Kiritsugu Emiya was a magus. With reasoning like that, I think our position is ambiguous. Well, they wouldn't think Kiritsugu is a magus because he used grenades and guns and all that, so that's why. Father, the real magus, has passed away. Rest in peace, Kiritsugu. And I, his son and pupil, don't know the Magic Association and have not the skill to be a magus. Not yet. From the association's point of view, they would want to catch an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. No, I've heard that Japan is relatively hidden from the eyes of the association, so I think I've just not been found out. But that doesn't mean I can let my guard down. People say that the eyes of the association are everywhere. On top of that, if you commit a crime with magic, the heretic hunters of the church will come after you. Like Kirei. That just means that whatever you use magic for, lack of care will create enemies. I, Shiro Emiya, just have to study independently, taking that into account. I wake up to see the sun shining in through the window. The sun may have just risen as it's still a bit dark outside. I'm really not good in the mornings. I get up, trying not to be defeated by the morning chill, and quickly fold up my futon. You're just like Green. It's 5:30. 5:30? Well, thank you for the motivation, Shiro, because I need to start waking up at that time again. It felt so good when I was doing it. I need to remember. One of my strengths is waking up at this time, no matter how late I go to sleep. I do sometimes make mistakes and wake up late like yesterday, but I usually wake up early. Alright, breakfast. I mean, I know sleep regularity and circadian rhythm matters more than the hours or the time, but do all three and you're a master. Since I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, I have to return the favor this morning. I should finish preparing before Sakura arrives. Good man, Shiro. I cook rice and make some miso soup. It was radish and carrot yesterday, so I make onion and potato miso soup today. I also make the usual broth egg and broth boil, and I'm done. I cut and salt the sari, and stop just before cooking it. Alright, that should do. It's almost 6 o'clock. I finish earlier than I expected, so I have some extra time. So, what should I do? Yeah, I guess I can train a bit if I have this much time. I thought it was going to give me a choice. The morning exercises are my daily routine, so I'll go and stretch my body a bit. I mean, that's the right choice anyway. The empty dojo is quiet enough to brace myself. I like it. I obviously have no idea what any of that stuff says over there, but I like it. This is very nice and quaint and clean. Who's your janitor? In the morning, when the sun has just risen, the silence has a holy feel to it that fascinates those who come here. Well, there's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Since Kiritsugu died, this place has become a gym to train my body. Even a magus cannot neglect to train their body. One of the requirements for a magus is to have excellent physical abilities. Alright, Shiro, I'll train you. Let's do it. While Kiritsugu was alive, we had many matches here. Well, it was pretty much him beating on me, so I didn't learn anything about how to win in a fight. But I think I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or a murder. Well, as far as I remember, the only difference between a fight and a battle is the scale. Large scale being battle. Also, battle doesn't imply murder because you could be in a battle to defend your country. That's not murder if you kill someone. So, weirdo Shiro. It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself, and times will come when you have to fight. For a magi, a fight means killing each other. Yes, Shiro, killing and murder are distinct. So I think what Kiritsugu wanted to teach me was to prepare my mind for the prospect of death. But it's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises that anyone could do. Well then, let's do this properly. After warming up by stretching, I start my exercises, keeping my attention inside my body. Hopefully those are dynamic stretches. Lots of people get fooled by that. They do static stretches before, which is not good. I comprehend the flow of the magic circuit, the friction in my bones, the distortion in my thinking during fatigue, all while I'm training. 120, 150, 170. That's a joke. What are these reps? Even a simple push-up can be training for the magic circuit if I put on mental shackles instead of metal weights. Yeah, but Shiro, you need to do more than quarter reps. No, these are 1/5 reps. You can't do 170 push-ups. I can't. As I don't have a teacher, exercise like that of club's morning practice is an important part of training. By the way, Shiro, are these birds right out your window or what? Look, I love birds, but please shut up. That wasn't even a bird. Forget it.
Good morning, Senpai. Have you finished preparing breakfast already?
Yeah, breakfast is done. All that's left is setting up the table and cooking the fish.
Oh, I'll help then. I'll prepare the dishes.
Sakura is cheerful. And behind that admirable junior.
Oh, this is the smell of Shira's omelet. I see you're making breakfast this morning.
Fujine moves slowly to the table. Well, that aside, I have to cook the fish I've prepared. Sakura, can you use the dishes in the middle? That'll make it look better.
Huh? This one with bumps?
Yeah, that. You have to think about the plates too, or it's an oversight. Oh, and the radish is already grated. Sakura takes out a dish from the back. I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist when she leaned forward. Oh? Hold on, Sakura.
Yes? What is it, Senpai?
Stop making that face. What's that mark on your wrist?
Oh.
She looks away awkwardly. And that tells me who caused that bruise. Shinji? Let's gank him. Shinji again, huh? What does he think he's doing, beating on his sister? Hey Shiro, I got a points opportunity for you. 500 points on the table. No, 5,000. You run up on Shinji. You confront him about this, and if he has any pushback, or if he tries to hit you, or anything like that, you knock his lights out. You'll get 5,000 points from me. That's what you should do.
That's not it, Senpai. Well, I fell and hurt myself. I'm a bit slow, you know?
Why are you trying to cover for him?
So I fall and get hurt a lot.
Don't be stupid. How can you get a bruise like that from falling over? It seems Shinji isn't tired of getting beat up yet. Woo! Come on, Shiro. You know what you need to do.
No, Senpai, this doesn't have anything to do with Nissan. Burp, burp. I really did this myself, so you can't get mad.
Why are you lying? Sakura falls silent. Sakura looks calm, but she's pretty obstinate. It's useless to say anything to her now. Alright, if you say so, I'll leave it at that. No! Minus 100 points.
Yes, I'm sorry, Senpai.
Why are you apologizing? It's Shinji's fault. At least he still knows. At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakura looks away awkwardly. In other words, he is the cause of that bruise. Shinji Mato has a bad habit of being hard on his sister, Sakura. Shiro, shut up. Bad habit, like he's biting his nails. Oh, it's a bad habit, D-Hoodie. Come on, dude, this is a lot worse than that. I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakura was injured sometimes, and she just evaded my question when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the one who hit Sakura. Well, you should have put him to sleep right there, Shiro. Not to go on a mini rant, but I think this is an example people need to recognize to not worship authenticity or forthcomingness, because it's a trademark for scumbags and cult leaders. And honestly, the first person that comes to mind is in 2016 when Trump got elected. Probably for a reason like that. The substance has to matter just as much as the honesty itself. So long story short, Shinji's a scumbag, and I hope Shiro knocked him out for this. When I asked him why he hit her, he said that he just hit her because he felt like it. After that, I got pissed and did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. Let's go! Since then, we've been estranged. Oh, really? I wonder why.
Senpai, did you, work things out with burp burp, Nissan burp burp?
Huh? Yeah, I did. We didn't have a fight or anything, so it's not like there was anything to work out.
It might be like that for you, but Nissan burp burp thinks you guys got in a fight, so, please be careful.
Sakura says strange things sometimes. Be careful, you mean of Shinji? Yes, Shiro. Shinji probably has a servant and is plotting.
Yes, I think Nissan thinks of you as an enemy, and he thinks that you quit the club because of him.
That's not true. Me quitting the club had nothing to do with Shinji. Well, maybe a bit, but it's still not something you should worry about. Like Shinji says, this is certainly indecent. I point at my left shoulder. There's a scar there. It happened 1.5 years ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work and I hurt my left shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one and I got a burn on my skin. After that accident, I quit the archery club. My school archery club emphasizes formalities as I let us shoot formally even as students. The men expose their left shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on their shoulder. Since I was getting busy with work, I quit the archery club right then. Shinji was just fishing for any reason to get Shiro out of there. I am sticking with the theory he is extremely jealous of Shiro, and you are not getting Rin.
Senpai, I might be persistent, but are you really not shooting anymore? Fujimura-sensei said your injury shouldn't be a problem.
What are you saying? Fujine wouldn't think it's a problem even if I broke every bone in my body.
Senpai, I'm being serious.
So is Shiro. I should answer seriously too, but I can't give her the answer she wants. I don't have time to do club activities for now. I like archery, but it's not something I prioritize, so I'm taking some time off from it.
How long is some time?
Till the end of time. Hate to break it to you, forever. Indefinite. No end. I guess until I feel like it. Well, I'll try to make it back before you graduate. Welcome me then, Sakura. I pat Sakura's shoulder.
Oh yes, I'll be waiting.
And she nods so powerfully that it seems she might drop the plate she's holding. Okay, that was kind of a weird interaction, not gonna lie. It's almost 7:30. I've had enough of 7:30. I've had enough of 7:30. Sakura and Fujine have already left for their morning club practice. I went to school early yesterday because Issei wanted me to, but I leave my house at the usual time today. Glad we're walking in the daylight this time. What? What is happening? Never mind. Now shut up. Thank you. I did not expect that. I run into an unusual scene when I reach the intersection. Several police cars are parked outside a house. Something must have happened, as it's noisy and lots of people are surrounding the area. I'm curious, but I cannot tell what's going on with all the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. Somebody definitely got murdered. I reach school 10 minutes before the bell. I enter the main gate as usual. Shiro, you don't even need to be here this early. Fujimura is always late. Not even on homeroom on time, so you don't need to be. Hey, morning, Emiya. Who's talking? I bump into a familiar female student. I kinda like this Ayako girl. I wanna see her interaction with Shiro. What? You've not changed yet, Mitsuzuri? It's almost homeroom. You shouldn't have time to say hello to me.
You're right. You're cold as always, Emiya.
She laughs as if something is really funny. Ayako Mitsuzuri. She was my classmate in first year, and she's now the captain of the archery club. She's very insightful, and everyone expected her to become captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age, so she's been the older sister type everyone counts on since she was a first year. I don't know, dude. She seemed pretty immature to me when she was talking about getting a boyfriend to make Rin jealous. Though, she gets mad when people say that. According to her, she's not that old.
Huh? Were you just thinking badly of me?
I wouldn't dream of it. I was just thinking objectively about the truth.
What?
Though it's up to you if you want to feel angry about it. That's amazing. I gotta use that.
Oh, you don't say. That's good. You answered honestly, but you never revealed what you were thinking about. You don't like your guard down like that Shinji does.
Shinji? What does he have to do with this?
Because you guys are friends.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You're the only male friend he has, right? And you might have forgotten, but I'm the captain of the archery club. Don't you think it's only natural for me to connect the current problem student and the problem student that quit?
No, that's completely unreasonable, Aiko. Also, there's no wonder that he has no male friends. Come on, he's a loser. Yeah, that's certainly natural. The archery club has nothing to do with it. But I certainly do have an unsavory and inseparable relationship with him.
Oh, that makes me mad. You get so cold when talking about the archery club. You've got it nice. You left Shinji behind and just quit. Couldn't you think about those who are left, like me and Sakura?
Did Shinji do something again?
A day doesn't pass when he doesn't do something. But still, yesterday was a bit too much. He even made a guy from the first year quit.
Mitsuzuri sighs seriously. It's rare for her to make a face like this, but even more than that, I can't ignore what she just said. What's that? A student quit? Why?
Shinji took his anger out on him. He got loads of female students around and made the kid, who has barely started handling bows, shoot. He laughed at him until he hit the target.
Wow. Huh? And you let that happen? Yeah, that's the more important question. Where are the consequences?
Of course I didn't. But a captain's busy, you know. I can't always be in the dojo. You know that.
Well, then you need a vice captain that's not him. Because he's a scumbag, loser, who needs to be demoted and kicked out of the archery club. I'm sure you can manage that. That's true. But what was Shinji thinking? He does teach very harshly, but he's not the type to make fun of people like that. Are you sure?
I'm surprised. You really are like that.
What do you mean by that? Were you just thinking badly of me? Nice 180, buddy.
Oh, I was just thinking objectively about the truth. So it's up to you if you want to feel angry about it.
Shiro, leaning close. If Reen's taken by the end of this, you've got this. She's good. She's good. Stop copying me. Fine, but what about Shinji? Why did he act like that?
From what I heard, it was something like getting turned down harshly by Tosaka.
Oh, yeah, about that. That would do it. Shinji's psyche's ruined. Huh? You mean that Tosaka?
There's no other Tosaka at our school.
Well, there should be, if Tokiomi wasn't such a tool. But we don't need to get into that.
I'm talking about the honor student in Class 2A, Miss Perfect Reen Tosaka.
I don't think I've heard that nickname before. It's the first time I've heard the nickname, but I would probably agree with it. With Tosaka involved, I can understand even Shinji getting turned down. And most of all, if it was Tosaka, I can see her refusing him mercilessly.
Anyways,
Shinji's
been like this since yesterday. That's why I've had to keep an eye on the dojo until now today.
Shinji has a nasty temper. I know it's hard, but keep up the hard work, Mitsuzuri.
Okay, but Shinji never knows when to stop, you know? I feel like he'll do something really bad if he asks her out again and gets turned down again.
Why would he ever ask her out again? He has to have the largest ego imaginable to do that. Like, I've been rejected before in a very ambiguous and low-key fashion, which, by the way, I hate that. But even I knew he was over. This dude's an idiot. No, even Shinji wouldn't approach someone who turned him down. He's pretty good about that kind of thing.
But he can't help it if the person who turned him down comes near him. I don't know why, but Tosaka comes and visits the dojo pretty often. You quit, so you wouldn't know.
I don't even know what I was doing for Mitsuzuri's voice the other day. I'm gonna have to look it up again. Huh? Oh, maybe Rin's looking after Sakura. That's the first I've heard of it. Rin Tosaka doesn't do any club activities for personal reasons. I thought she went straight home since she even turned down the recommendation to join the student council.
Well, maybe that sort of thing is good every now and then. He has a haughty attitude, so it might be good for him to have a hard time for once.
Mitsuzuri says some dangerous things. Come to think of it, I heard that Tosaka has many enemies. Could Mitsuzuri be one of them? Killer be kill relationship, what can I say? Hey Mitsuzuri, that's going to...
Oh, it's almost time. Bye, Emiya. Come and see my archery skills sometime.
Sure. Mitsuzuri hurries off. She's just like always. But I like that part of her. Me too. Feeling calmer now, I head for the classroom. It's lunchtime. Our school has a splendid cafeteria and most students eat there. But there are some old-fashioned students who bring their own lunches. Two of them happen to be me and the student council president in front of me. Emiya, could you give me some of that fried chicken? My lunch is desperately lacking in meat. I'm sorry, Issei, but I already forgot what voice I gave you earlier, so... Inconsistency is going to be the case. Just like Ayako. Sure, but why is your lunch so plain? You live in a temple. But there aren't any teachings prohibiting meat or alcohol, right? Such an anachronism. It's just my father's way. Yeah, that is an anachronism. Usually I wouldn't say that, but... You know, there's nothing wrong with having a drink, so long as you don't get drunk. He says there's no luxurious foods for a young priest, and that I should have to work for what I want. I'm thinking of running away and joining the circus. What? Oh, yeah, that sounds like that guy. Issei's father is the priest of the Ryudo Temple, and a bold guy who's old friends with the old man at Fujine's place. You can't expect a normal personality when he's friends with a guy like that. That's great. Well then, I'll give you one in the hope of repayment someday. I hand him my lunchbox. Thank you. This too is part of my religious training. Issei bows deeply. How can I put this? I never know what to say when things like this remind me that he's the son of a priest. Well, he's just a normal dude. He's still a person. Come on, Shiro. Oh, by the way, Emiya, did you know there was something going on around the 2nd Avenue? It's right around the intersection where we part. Intersection? Yeah, Shiro, the wee-woo-wee-woo thing that caught me off guard. The intersection this morning. He must mean that clamor with all the police cars. I heard there was a murder. I don't know the details, but of the family of 4, only the child survived. I say the older sister and the parents were stabbed to death, but what's strange is they think the weapon was a long one, not a knife or something. Huh. Yeah, but Saber is not around, and that's Artoria, obviously. Assassin? A long weapon. He must mean something like a sword. Yeah, but... I mean, there could be an assassin with a long sword. That's not unreasonable whatsoever, but I'm gonna get a migraine trying to think about this. So no. It was a murder, so that must mean that the sister and the parents were killed. No, they were murdered. You just said it. I picture it. Someone barging in during the night. Unjust violence. A one-sided pillage like an accident. Slash parents. The sister killed without even knowing what's going on. To the side, the child covered in their blood. I'm getting mad just reading this. Shiro, why are you doing this to me? Issei, have they caught the murderer? It doesn't seem like it. Accidents from a faulty construction in Shinto, and murder here. It's no wonder they're making the curfew here at school. What's wrong, Emiya? Did you choke on something? Nothing. What's wrong? No, I was just surprised since you had a nasty expression. Sorry, this wasn't something I should have talked about during lunch. Yeah, you don't say. Proper manners and all. Let's talk about murder of an entire family -1. Not exactly the best topic. Issei tries to soften the air apologetically. It's not working. I was fine with the topic, but was I really making such a nasty face? And then, there's a quiet knock at the door. Excuse me, is Ryudo here? Yep. How are the lights on the ceiling not giving you shines in your eyes? This guy's scary. Huh? Oh, yes. What is it, Sensei? Issei addresses Kuzuki, who just entered. It must be a simple talk about the student council, as Issei seems pretty relaxed. Wow. That's not something you see every day. Despite his appearance, Issei is very shy. The guy who draws a line against his classmates and even his teachers is letting his guard down with Kuzuki. Maybe they get along because they're both so serious. Did you say that out loud? Kuzuki Soichiro, the teacher in charge of Class 2A, is serious and stubborn. Probably because that aspect helps him get along with Issei, who prizes order and discipline. I'll have to work on that last name. The two continue to talk. All the while, I can't get the story of the murder out of my head. That's terrible. I would take an ice cold shower if I were him, sober up my mind. Classes end and it's time to go home. Do I need to say it again? 17 hours, 18 hours. I cannot go anywhere as I have work today. Okay, Shiro, so you're telling me you leave at like 7 in the morning and then you don't get back home till 8 p.m.? That's a nightmare. I should leave school and go straight to the neighboring town, but what? Still worried about the conversation I had this morning, I've made my way to the archery club before I knew it. Come on, Shiro, are you looking for Rin or Shinji? Either way, I think it's dumb. I mean, I thought last night was dumb when you were outside in that terrible ambience, but this is also dumb. Ugh, what am I doing? I don't know. According to Mitsuzuri, Rin Tosaka comes here often. Yep, he's looking for Rin. Well, I really don't care about that, but I know that Shinji getting angry at her is going to be a problem. Shinji just doesn't stop when he gets angry. It's bad if Shinji gets violent just because she turned him down. Is Shinji actually going to sexually assault someone or kill someone? Murder someone? I don't know why it's bad. It's just bad. Are you kidding me? Oh, Tosaka's not here. Tosaka isn't around. Mitsuzuri's worries were needless. Oh, who's not here? Ugh! Oh, so who's not here? You scared me, dude! I thought you were Shinji. I was about to do the 180 punch of the century. And then there's Issei, whom I just left behind. Oh, it's you, Issei. Don't scare me like that. That's what I'm saying. Well, you were looking at the dojo suspiciously. So, who's not here? Tosaka. I heard that she had an argument with Shinji yesterday, so I came to see how things were. Oh wow, that is suspicious. You gave your reasons without being asked. I only asked you who wasn't here. What? What I do shouldn't concern you. Yes, that's right, but it's useless, Emiya. Tosaka won't be here. That's because she intentionally skipped school today. What? Skipped school? So she was absent today? Yes, Shiro. She has the authority to just skip school without faking a sickness whenever she wants. She lives alone. Also, I like how we're seeing this from his perspective, reliving this day. I see, she's absent. Wait, Issei, how can you say she skipped school? I don't think she'd do such a thing. Of course she will. She won't catch a cold. As I see it, she's evil. You'll be eaten if you let her looks deceive you, Emiya. Issei, you don't gotta worry. I'm not gonna let Shiro here lust over Rin. His monk training, he's like, oh, he's gonna lust. Don't worry, we're good. Somehow, Issei's words annoy me. It's true that I don't know her, but I can't imagine that she's a bad person. You're going too far, Issei. Tosaka can't be like that. What? You're after Tosaka too? Oh, I'm sorry. Please ignore what I just said. After Tosaka? Who said anything like that? Your facial expression, probably. Don't jump to conclusions. I just thought it'd be bad if Shinji got into trouble again. So you were planning to stop Shinji if he attacked Tosaka, huh? You're playing an unrewarded role again. I don't really care, but you have a bad taste, Emiya. It's not unrewarded since I haven't done it, but Issei, didn't you say something strange? Huh? You mean that going after Tosaka is in bad taste? Yeah, Tosaka is really popular. I haven't heard any bad rumors about her. Yes, none. Then that's exactly what I don't like about it. What don't you like about it? Everything. The woman is a fox. A schoolgirl, a monster. I just don't like her physiologically. What? I won't say anything bad, but you should try to hate her too. No, we don't hate people. We hate their actions, Issei. You're trying to become a Buddhist monk, aren't you? You shouldn't hate. Well, you know what? Buddhism's led by the Dalai Lama. He's a pedophile. I don't know, I'm surprised. Issei, don't you always say we shouldn't talk badly of people behind their backs? Idiot. This doesn't count as talking behind their back. I'm speaking so that she can hear it. Ah, no wonder I feel someone's eyes from the archery dojo. She's here? I'm glad. I'm so glad Tosaka is absent today. Please, Issei, please restrict yourself to talking behind people's backs. Alright, if you say so. But I wasn't insulting her at all. I was only saying that I'm on guard against her. That should be within my rights. Oh, you were saying things like monster and fox? Fox. Once again, everyone's a fox. And I think the term schoolgirl is discrimination. That's what she is. Although, you must note she is not human. No, that was just praise. There are good foxes and monsters too. I only applied the terms to describe Tosaka. Katsu. Issei laughs. I don't know what that means. Should I be saying things I don't know what they mean? No. Well, I'll be going. I'm going back to the student council room, but you're going to work, right? You shouldn't have time to play around like this. He must feel refreshed now that he said everything he wanted, as he leaves calmly. I've known him for 2 years now, but I still don't understand his personality. Well, I can say one thing for sure, I don't see him as a threat. 20 minutes after taking the bus from my school, I arrive at the neighboring town of Shinto across the bridge. Oh, it's not 5 o'clock yet? I guess I still have some time. Miyama City is a residential district, so there's no part-time jobs there, but the developing Shinto has many available. The school approves of students having part-time jobs, so I work a few easy ones. I prefer hard physical labor that ends as quickly as possible. It's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as it builds my body while I get paid for it. Gaining points, Shiro. Gaining points for that mentality. I almost took up palading because of this, but I passed on it because I wanted to keep my back. Today's job is a simple loading job from 5 to 8 o'clock. Even though it's only 3 hours, there's 6 hours worth of work to do. They make you run around without a minute's rest. So I should rest when I can, even if it's just for 10 minutes. It's a waste of energy walking around until my job, so I guess I'll rest in the park. I don't know about that. This park among the buildings is like a big field. A park should be filled with people like families and lovers on weekends, but it's empty here now. No, this place is always desolate. This place is the same as always. I'm a bit sad. The utterly neglected ground looks awful compared to the neatly organized surroundings. The desolate area makes the wind feel cold. This is the remains of the conflagration 10 years ago, and this is the place where I was saved from burning to death. Oh, he knows it. Okay. I wonder why they don't plant grass here. It's a waste to keep it like this. It's a large area, so if they retiled it, the park would get bigger. Thinking absent-mindedly, I sit down on a bench. I stare at the burned land to pass the time. I don't remember what happened here back then. All I can remember is that it was hot and I couldn't breathe. And that people died trying to save others. I wonder why. For example, an adult that tried to save a child from a burning house, he saved the child but died in its place. For example, there were people who had their throats burned, but they gave what little water they had to one guy and the others died. For example, there was someone who ran alone to get away from the fire as fast as possible, and everyone that he passed on the way died. And for example... No more examples, Shiro. You know, stuff like this makes me think my life is pretty easy, just reading it. People who died because they gave away something that was saving them, only to save others they didn't even know. Are you talking about yourself in all of these scenarios because they're horrible? I didn't like things like that. It makes me mad that there are those who tried hard and they were sacrificed. Am I greedy to want an ending where everybody is safe and happy? No. All I wanted was to see people relax peacefully, so why couldn't I manage such a simple thing? Because the world's fallen, Shiro, it's not so simple. That's difficult. What you want is to save everyone. Kiritsugu answered so to the question I asked as a child. Of course, as a child, I denied it. Because Kiritsugu saved me, I knew he was a sorcerer who could do anything. I knew he was a superhero who couldn't ignore people in need, who would save them for no benefit. So, I believe Kiritsugu could have saved everyone back then. When I told him that, he made a troubled expression and said something I remember to this day. Shiro, saving one person means not saving another. Look, a superhero can only save the people he has saved. It's obvious, but that is the definition of a superhero. I understand that. It's obvious now that he said it. Let's say there's a robber and some hostages, and the robber intends to kill the hostages. With normal methods, most of the hostages will be killed. Even if you use a miraculous method to save all the hostages, there will still be one person who isn't saved. That, of course, is the robber whose hostages were rescued. Yes, Shiro, and that is very just. It's fine. In fact, the robber should get the death penalty for holding hostages. The people a superhero saves are only those he decides to save. Yes, and you should decide to save people who are virtuous, good, weak, vulnerable, kind. So there's no contradiction here. You're not playing God, Shiro. You're not saving their soul. You're just saving them temporally. That's why even God cannot save everyone. Okay, well, I was just gonna say. Shiro is too focused on the temporal aspect. He thinks the temporal aspect is somehow equivalent to the spiritual aspect. But someone could ruin their life by living a longer life, their life being spared, and they could sin more. Not like just numerically, I mean literally worsen their soul. Not to get into a tangent, but no, God does not save everyone because he chooses not to, due to the fact that salvation is love from God, but to force love from God upon people who don't love God is not salvation. All the more so if it's a natural disaster, no one could have saved everyone. The fire 10 years ago was like that. It's not something I, who was miraculously saved from it, can talk about now. But I don't want that. I don't want such a thing. I don't want help that has a limited capacity. You have to help, no matter how impossible it is. I can't stand to have strangers dying around me like back then. So, if I had been there 10 years ago, even if it was impossible, I would have gone into the fire and died, burned alive, melting. I would have certainly died in vain. Yes, that's for certain. I'm hopeless. It's already 5 o'clock. The 5 o'clock bell rings. I stand up and quickly make my way to my work. When my job's done, the sun has already set. It's a bit before 8. I finished 10 minutes early because I worked too hard. It seems I worked frantically since I went to that place before work. Here in front of the station, the night's just getting started. There are lots of people and a constant flow of cars on the road. Yep, totally. I guess I don't have to buy anything for Fujine. I walk while looking up at the lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see the top clearly. I just gaze up the building, just enjoying the night scenery. Oh, is this when you see Rin? The top of the building? Huh? When I think I see something out of place. Rin. What was that? I stop and stare at the rooftop. I focus my eyes, looking at the thing as small as a grain of rice. Yep. Look how pretty she is. It looks like someone I know. Why is she there? What would she be doing there? With her long hair fluttering and doing nothing, she looks down on the town. It doesn't seem like she notices me down here. Oh, she does. No, there's no way she could see me. She's so high up that I, with better eyesight than most, can barely see her by improving my vision with magical energy. Well, I'm gonna say the same thing to you that I said to Rin. If you can see her, she can see you, just like it was the other way around back then. I can recognize her since she's standing there alone, but there's no way she would notice me down here among all these people. She's just looking down at the town. Maybe she's looking for something, as I could feel her sharp stare even down here. I forget about time and keep looking up at the girl standing in the sky. She is on top of a tall tower. She's like a witch, looking down at the earth with the moon behind her. Oh! And then, she must be done with whatever she was doing as she disappears. Her figure has disappeared and the scene returns to the beautiful view of the night. That was Tosaka, right? I have no proof, but I think I'm right. I mean, literally you just saw her plain as day. Or night. There aren't many girls with looks that stand out that much, and more than that, I'm not stupid enough to mistake a girl I secretly admire. Oh, Shiro. I see, but still. Well, it's... Tosaka sure has strange hobbies. He doesn't know. Unlike Shinto, there's no one in Miyama City. After 8 o'clock, there are no people around, and the town is terribly quiet. At the junction is a house I saw this morning. Stop with this. They did a really good job of making this creepy. There's no sign of people, and the door has a do not enter sign. Shiro, if you enter this door, I will subtract such a massive amount of points you can never come back. After only one day, the house is as quiet as an abandoned building. Parents and older sister killed by the burglar. What kind of life remains for the child left behind? I bite my lip, feeling powerless. Even after swearing to become like Kiritsugu, I can't do anything about something that happened so close by. Even though I want to help someone, in the end, I don't even know what I can do.